Hello everybody, hope you're all well. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to a brand new video. I am back with some home updates for you today. I also thought I should give you a little update on the kittens as well. I've got mittens down here. I say kittens, they're getting to a size now where I don't think I'll be able to say that for very much longer, will I? And Pumpkins just ran across to have a little look out of the window. They love looking out of the window. So yeah, thank you so much for all the comments on my holiday vlog. I had a lovely time and I hope you enjoyed watching that one and having a little bit of sunshine through YouTube. It was thoroughly delightful. Had such a great time and a nice little break. But I'm back in London now. I have the central heating on because it is very chilly here. Let me know how it is where you are if you're watching from the UK. Temperatures have been in the minuses, haven't they? They've been kind of like -2 quite a bit here in London, but I think it's even chillier elsewhere in the UK. So I hope you're keeping warm. Yeah, I have had to pop the radiator on. I've got my new jumper on as well and I've layered up. I'm gonna get some new underlayers I think as well. I've seen quite a few bargain deals around. So yeah, that is on my shopping list. I've also got myself a big mug of coffee for the video in my stag mug. I've had this one for quite a while now. This was from Anthropology originally. And yeah, I've lit the candles and I just thought we'd have a little bit of a catch up and I'll show you some things around the home and some things that I've been up to around the home and also some plans that I've got too. I've made this really hot so it's almost too hot to drink. I've got the new cushion covers on the sofa, the ones that I picked up from H&M in Germany, and these have been nice and cozy. And also thank you so much for all of the comments for which fabric to choose for the new sofa cover. I've been reading through all of them and I think the most popular choice is this one. So thank you so much if you left me a comment, and I've been looking at all of the different ones and making my mind up. I have come to a decision, so stay tuned, and as soon as it arrives I'll be popping it on and sharing that with you, so I'm very excited for that. So yeah, I thought I'd take you around and show you a few things that I've been up to. So before we jump into the video, if you're new here, don't forget to click subscribe. I post brand new videos every single week. Ooh, that was a big meow. Mittens is being a very vocal lady. What do you want? I think that means food, to be honest with you. It's usually what she wants. Okay, before we go and have a look around the home, I want to say a big thank you to Sky Cinema, who are sponsoring this part of today's video. And I'm really excited to say I'm going to be working with them again this year as part of their Sky Cinema Club. So yeah, whether it's one of their blockbuster hits or one of their many Sky originals, I'll be reviewing one of their films each month for you. Highlights for me last year were the new Scream. As you know, I'm a big horror fan, so I thoroughly enjoyed that, and I remember these two making me jump while I was watching that one, and also some of the Fantastic Sky originals that I discovered. I really enjoyed Mona Lisa and the Blood Moon, and I also really enjoyed the comedy How to Please a Woman. This year I'm looking forward to watching some more comedies and some more horrors. I'm also really looking forward to discovering lots of new Sky originals and also watching some genres that maybe I don't normally go to. So this month a couple of new Sky originals have been released. There's The Hanging Sun and also The Estate. So I was kind of torn between the two, but in the end I went for The Hanging Sun. Let me just get it up so I can tell you what it says about the film. So it says a hitman seeks refuge in a small village where he is faced with events that test his conscience. The film had its world premiere in September and it actually closed the Venice Film Festival. And it's all about this man that goes on the run. And basically he ends up in this remote village where the sun never sets. So it's kind of a little bit eerie and creepy. I would describe this film as a thriller. And yeah, the scenery in it is stunning. If you're wanting to watch something that kind of is a bit of escapism, I mean, obviously it's a thriller, so it's not like a relaxing escapism. But if you like that kind of scenery where it's lots of forests and the sea and it's very cinematic. And yeah, this village is a little bit odd. There's some strange things going on within the village. And this man on the run basically takes refuge with a mother and son. And the film is kind of all about how their relationship develops. And also, of course, he's on the run. So we see how he gets on with that. For a thriller, I didn't feel like it had major twists in the plot. I'd say say it focuses more on the characters' relationships, but I did enjoy it and I didn't get bored. Sometimes with thrillers, if they're quite long, I might find myself drifting off, even though they're a thriller and they're meant to be really gripping. I know that might sound strange, but if anyone can relate to that, let me know in the comments. I was thinking if I was to go on the run, whether I would be any good at it. I was having a little look at what's in my bag, thinking, have I got anything in here that would be useful if I was to go on the run? And I thought, well, I've got my Pret subscription, so I'd be okay to get myself a coffee. But then I thought, actually no, because then they could track me. And I think I'd be quite good at disguises. I have been known to get changed many a times in the toilets on the train. Let's face it, I would probably be rubbish. I'm gonna link both of the trailers in the description box for The Hanging Sun and also for The Estate, which I did think looked really good, and I'm looking forward to watching that one too. I'll leave those in the description box for you, along with more information on Sky Cinema, and thank you so much to them for sponsoring this part of today's video. Right, let's have another quick sip of the coffee and then we'll go and have a look around. First up's going to be the mantelpiece, because I've popped the photos of the kittens in the frames. So here they are in the frames. These are the frames from Luke. I absolutely love them. You might have seen these in our Christmas gift exchange, and yeah, I love these photos as well. This was one of the first photographs I took of Pumpkin and Mittens when they were really small, and this is Mittens on the left. You can see Pumpkin is still slightly bigger than Mittens, actually quite a bit bigger than Mittens still. Yeah, they're a bit like Ant and Dec because they always seem to stand the same way around. So we've got Mittens and Pumpkin, and also Mittens has slightly narrower eyes usually, and that's kind of how you can tell them apart, and also Pumpkin has a slightly darker coat. But yeah, I love these. I think they look really fab, and these were the photos that came from free prints, where you could order 10 free prints from using their app, which I think is fantastic, with free postage as well. I've also hung up the little light up wreath that I got from Primark in the sale. It's quite kind of festive, but you know, it is still winter time, so it's just nice to have a little bit of light at this time of year still, isn't it? Okay, let's go and talk plans for the kitchen. Okay, excuse the dodgy lighting. I've just caught a glimpse of my smart meter. We are at £2.26 today, and the time is 2:38 in the afternoon. But yeah, welcome to the kitchen. I feel like I haven't vlogged in here for such a long time. So if you've been here for a very long time, you may remember one of my first videos was painting the kitchen cupboards. That was before your time, Pumpkin. So yes, it's been quite a while since I did the kitchen cupboards. I think it might be getting on for 5 years. So I thought it was time for a little change. So I thought we would switch up the colours. So I'm actually going to stick with the same paint that I used before. So I ordered some more paint from Wilko's, and it is their cupboard paint. But this time I've gone for this colour, which is the English Sage. So I've got 2 tins. I haven't bought the primer because it's already painted, so I just thought I could probably get away with giving them a light sand. This colour I think is called Mineral Stone, if I remember correctly, and if you like this one. I get a lot of questions still from that video about painting kitchen cupboards. All I would say is definitely go for it, and if you're having a go, do watch my first video, because I take you through the entire process and kind of all of my fails along the way, so it should save you some time. But yeah, one thing I didn't do was take the doors off, because I know that puts a lot of people off painting their cupboard. So it is possible to do it without taking the doors off if that is your primary concern, because I know a lot of us don't have the space in our homes to be laying out loads of doors everywhere to be painting them. So yeah, you can do it like that. Before I start decorating in here, I wanted to give all of the cupboards a really good sort out. So I have been through all of them and just really tidied them up. Got things into containers where necessary, and I actually rearranged a few things. I did it off camera because I wanted to do it really thoroughly. Sometimes when you're filming declutter videos, it can be distracting constantly having to move the camera around and think about that side of things as well. I had to be really focused. This time of year is great to go through all of your food as well. So one thing that I've done is go through all of my tins. I've gone through all of my best before dates and all that kind of stuff, got rid of anything that is past its best, and also I've kind of prioritised things that need to be eaten up, so I've brought those forward, and I've actually popped them on a shelf down here that I normally had the mugs on, so I could actually see what tins I've got, and I've been making loads of food with just things out of the tins, things out of the freeze that need to be used up, and it's very satisfying doing that. Then we can head into the new year with kind of like a bit of a fresh start. So yeah, I highly recommend that you have a little rummage in your kitchen cupboards if you haven't done so already, and do see what food you've got that needs to be used up, and we can get creative with some meals. I say get creative, I just open the packets and throw it all in the slow cooker and hope for the best. And it never goes wrong. So, what are you up to? Pumpkin. Honestly, I've tried the water spray, and these two still think it's absolutely fine to come and hang out on the kitchen worktops, don't you? You're not meant to do that. Right, so yeah, I've got some handles as well for the kitchen cupboard. So I'm going to paint them in that green colour. And then in here, I've had these for such a long time. I've got loads of them. I picked them up really reasonably in an antique centre a long time ago. I just thought they'd be handy one day. So I'm going to use these to replace all of these more modern, these are almost like 90s style, these kind of handles. I feel like I should save them because they'll probably come back into fashion soon. But yes, I thought we'd do these instead. So what I'm going to do is take these off and just mark where the holes are so I can get them exactly in the right spot just by using the existing holes. I'll drill these ones into place and then I'll fill and sand those. So that's my little tip. Does that even make sense? I don't know. But yeah, I thought rather than filling it first and then trying to place these, I thought if I actually use those holes as a guide, that one in the middle of the two holes, get it into place, drill the hole so I know where to put it, job's a good one. Some of the drawers, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get the handles off, but I figured out how you do it. You need to take the drawer out and kind of dismantle the entire drawer a little bit, but it's not too difficult. It's something that I could do in front of the television whilst watching a film. Not that I was doing that last night when I was watching my film, but yeah, that is a project for I'm not quite sure when. It's something that I'm looking forward to doing. I'll need to deep clean everywhere as well. I'm going to spin you around now and show you the unit that I bought. You may have seen it already, and tell you my plans for that. I have popped you in the cupboard so that you can see this side, which is where the new unit that I bought from the charity shop is. This was £40 and £10 delivery, so £50 for the entire thing, and I absolutely love it. For now, I've got all the mugs on there, and there is hooks for the mugs. But whilst kitten situation, oh my goodness, can you see? Can you see those little ears poking up? Somebody is mittens. I know what you want. You want the butter, don't you? And honestly, these two have been very naughty recently with food, haven't you? You did something very naughty with some cream cakes that I brought home. They went right into my backpack and dragged the box out. You know the boxes you get in Sainsbury's with 2 cream cakes in? Ripped the box open, then they were tucking into it all over my laptop. Thankfully the laptop was closed, otherwise that could have been the situation. They were having a lovely little tea party. I'd literally just come in from the shop and been to the toilet, so I do have to watch things with these two and get up to all sorts of mischief, and they're very clever. But yes, talking about the shelves, so as I was saying, the mugs can hang up on here, but I'm kind of just testing things out for the time being because I don't want them all getting smashed. So one thing at a time. I'm also going to be painting this, and I'm thinking I might just do the background in the same green colour because it's already green, so I might as well just use this paint and paint it with the sage. Or maybe I'll do the shelves with the sage because this is quite nice and robust, this paint. And then I might go on the back with the paint colour that's in the bathroom. So the bathroom maker video, hallelujah, I hear you cry if you've been waiting for it. I'm so sorry it's taken so long. Well, you know, it is what it is, isn't it? So, plans for this, I'm gonna get this all painted up and then we'll just display everything really nicely. We could turn one shelf of this into a bit of a pantry. I've got my porridge oats here and a couple of jars there already. This is all just a mess at the moment, but eventually plenty of space for jars along here, and then we could just do crockery up here, I think, and mugs and things. But it's quite nice, isn't it? It's enough to kind of like change it up as well. I was thinking enough shelf space there to do kind of seasonal displays on it, which is very exciting. So yeah, that's kind of like the main plans for the kitchen. Get the cupboards painted, sort this out, and maybe put locks on all of the cupboard doors for the kittens. Oh, and the new fridge magnet is in place. I need to actually sort out all the magnets on the fridge and put them into some kind of order, categories, sort of thing that I will absolutely enjoy doing. That is how I like to party. Into the hallway, and we have some gymnastics going on. So first things first, Mittens is demonstrating this new, I say new, fresh out of the skip, this new banister that I've screwed on to this flat ledge here, because I just thought it was a little bit more ornate. And yeah, Mittens is enjoying it. I'm going to add something onto here as well, maybe like a ball or something wooden, just to kind of like make all this a bit nicer. I'll caulk it all and then I will paint it all up. I'm going to be painting this section of the hallway. This is kind of like the entryway, I guess, but it's coming up a staircase to enter the flat. So what I'm thinking of doing here, I mean, it's a bit of a mess at the moment because all of this was replastered when the metal beam had to go in as an additional support for the loft conversion. So yeah, it does all need painting. I've got this paint that I was going to use for the bathroom cupboards from Lick, but I ended up going with a different paint for the cupboards. But I think this will be perfect for here. I want it to be really dark. It's kind of like a really dark space anyway, so I'm actually going to embrace that because it's quite a small and narrow space. As you can see, I've got the shelf up that I got from the antiques fair. I really love it, but yeah, that will just need to come down when I decorate. And that is another little decorating job that's on the list. So as I was saying, the bathroom is now done. I do want to show you this colour on the walls because that is the colour that I was thinking of using for the back of the wooden shelving in the kitchen. It's tricky to show you with the light in here. That's a bit better, a bit closer to the window now. It's kind of like a very creamy white, I would say. Do any of you remember this mirror? One of my very old Poundland DIYs. That is now hanging at the top of the stairs as we head up to the loft. So this space hasn't been decorated yet. I mean, we have decorated, but not the stairs and stuff. I still haven't fully made the decision on colours for this. I'm thinking we'll probably go dark for the rails and maybe white for the stair treads, and then get a runner put in. What I've got here is a lot of prints. There's some signage that was actually in the loft originally. I was thinking of maybe doing a gallery wall. Let me just pop the light on this wall over here. I thought that could look quite nice. We've got the afternoon sun coming in at the moment. And here I've just got a storage box for the time being that the kittens come and sit on, because I want them to have somewhere at the top of the house where they can just come and relax. But I keep the loft closed because there's a couple of plants in here that the kittens shouldn't be around. That is one thing I've had to switch up quite a lot with having the kittens, is the house plants. And yeah, any house plants that I've kind of kept are now up in the loft, and the loft stays shut unless the kittens are being supervised up here. I've got this one here. This one's doing really well. And then you may remember this one that used to be in the corner of the living room. That's now up here. And yeah, I think it might need a water actually. Sometimes in winter plants can be tricky, can't they? There's a bit of brown on the leaves there, but it's generally looking okay. And then over here, I've actually swapped out the desk. So this is the one that you may remember I found recently. It's a folding desk, and I've popped it here to use because it's just that little bit more of a suitable height for a desk, because it is obviously purpose-built desk rather than the table that I had there. And yeah, it's working really nicely. I've also got the lamp in the corner here. I love the way that it makes the shadows around it. That was also another dumpster dive find. And I've also just slightly switched up this shelf here, so it's a little bit more simple. So we have a really nice calm space to work up here. And then talking of dumpster diving, I've got a few bits here that I'm going to be doing some upcycles with soon, including this, which is a more recent find, and it is this huge embroidery hoop. So I thought maybe we could make a wreath with that, or do something potentially for the roof garden. Any ideas as to what I could make with that would be gratefully received. What are you doing, Pumpkin? You've been following me around all day today, haven't you? Yeah, that's where I'm at with everything. Lots of exciting things to look forward to. I'm not sure which project to tackle first. I'm really looking forward to doing the kitchen, so maybe we'll start with that one. Although, Where do you begin? Sometimes it can feel a bit overwhelming, can't it, when you've got a few things that you want to do, you just don't know where to start. So I'll keep you posted, as always, as to how I get on with the projects. It might be Christmas time that some of them get finished, you know what I'm like. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do give it a thumbs up and do subscribe if you haven't done so already. I know I always say that, but it's completely free and it really helps me out as well. So I would love it if you would click that red button. Yeah, I hope you're having a good weekend if you're watching this on Sunday, and wishing you a good week ahead. I've got some bits from the charity shop and also a few more bits that I found as well that I think you'd like, so I'll share those with you very soon. Don't forget, you can always catch me over on Instagram as well. It's Mr. Carrington and Mr. Carrington Home. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.